Testing, 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 testing. Testing, 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 testing. Testing, 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 testing. Okay, that sounds good. Ugh. Crap, I forgot to share things. Oh, right. There's a button for that. Share. Newsfeed. Cool. I'm just gonna do like a match. I'm just gonna do a few things here and there. Until more people come in.
Perk points claimed. Cool park. Another perk for me.
God, I gotta level up engineer at some point. I just don't like the platform.
Time for a cold one once this is done.
Let me fuck with sensitivity while I'm at it. I feel sluggish. That's a bit too much. That's a bit better. Don't even know what other weapons he uses. Overclock your gun and fires faster. Don't ask, just enjoy. The good thing about magazines is just shoot faster or better magazine. Faster. I don't blame you. Yeah, man. The shotgun's cool though. Fuck it, I'll go with a better magazine. Grenade launcher, damage radius increase, suspended ammo. The good folks in R&D have been busy. The overall damage to your weapon is increased. But I don't have any money. No, well. What was I doing? Purchase. Fuck. Well, if I'm in the middle of grabbing something, I might as well fucking just use somebody else. That I'm used to. That way I could just grab, I could finish the assignments I'm on and then move to upgrading engineer or scout, whichever one I'm into. Whichever one I'm feeling. Yeah, fuck it. Kill 2 dreadnoughts. That should be fine. At hazard 2. Yeah, no, that's fine. 2 dreadnoughts at hazard 2 with my...
To get to work, team.
2 dreadnoughts at hazard 2 with my gunner that it's already prestige should be easy enough. Hair color, skin color. I need like a darker green. Oh my god, gold? Okay, that's actually pretty fucking cool, I'm not gonna lie. I need like a darker green though, for sure. Mustache, eyebrows, headwear, armor. Snap into a Slim Jim looking ass. Damn, dude, I'm surprised I barely have fucking money, to be honest with you. I don't blame it. I'm laughing my ass off. Whatever, it should be fine. Wow. Wow. The gunner. God damn. Have these jobs always paid low? Only 1,100 for the 2 dreadnoughts, and then 10 fleas only gets you 425. They always paid that low? I could have swore it was easy as fuck to get money.
Get ready!
Time for a round of pest control, team. We got dreadnought cocoons on our scanners, and you get to eradicate them before they turn into something even worse. My advice, bring plenty of ammo. They can take a punch.
Trying to mark it so the little robot dude can grab it. Oh well, fuck. Those little bastards would land.
Bosco, come here!
Fuck. It's fucking annoying.
Hexoing down!
Fuck it, I'm just gonna grapple down there.
Ready? I was born ready.
No, it's one of those cosmetic things. Lovely. Little bitch.
Swallow this!
Oh, fuck. I need to be careful with those things, because if they blow this shit up, I'm screwed.
Blow it up, Bosco!
Oh, whoops.
Support fire, please!
Pressed the wrong thing. I accidentally used one of Bosco's rockets. I was about to say, go get that shit, Bosco! They might have lowered it because of Season 2. Maybe. Big possibility right there.
Bah! Hexawing's annoying me!
It's one at least. If I could just find another one that's standing the fuck still. It's the only problem. Can Bosco die? No.
Take care of this.
No, he's practically immortal.
I need support.
Should have just let Bosco take it. Yeah, that shit would suck if he could die. Cause then if you get downed, then who the fuck is gonna revive you at that point? Yeah, absolutely. But I'm guessing because it's like
Right there.
oh my god. I'm guessing because the game you can play this shit solo. Obviously, I've been an example of that as it is. But because the game really supports co-op, they're not gonna just let Bosco die. Yeah. Because, to be honest, if you die in Deep Rock Galactic, it's because you got swarmed really fucking bad. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that's the reason why you die in Deep Rock. So, if Bosco could take damage, that would be fucking difficult.
Drone, get to work!
Oof.
I just put up a ziplock.
Let's get this cousin.
Reloading. Mine it.
Oh, there goes another flea right there too. The fuck? That was weird.
Another faster flea kill.
Fucking pieces of shit. Just need 3 more fester fleas. There it is. Was that a Fester flea over there? No, I don't think so. I can't remember if those things are hostile up there. I mean, this flying piece of shit, I can't remember if it's hostile or not. Probably not. If it hasn't attacked me yet, it's not hostile. Cool. The manta ray looking thing. There's one of them flying around here. I don't remember if they were hostile or not.
Inventory is full. Time to deposit. Another day at the office.
Fuck it, I'll just move on. If I see another Fester flea, I'll just have Bosco go for it again. Possible. But whatever. If it ain't attacking me now, I doubt it'll attack me later. But who knows? Fucking Deep Rock is fucking nuts when it comes to shit like this.
I need a rocket here. The back.
It's one of these. Fuck did it go? Fuck, I forgot to fly. Ah, fuck. Nope, that ain't it. Nope, that ain't it. That ain't it.
I called for Molly.
Nope. And they fucking heal each other. I forgot about that shit. Ah, there it is. Okay, I found it. Now I remember how to fly. Ow. Gotcha, you motherfucker.
Dreadnought lacerator down. The Arbalestis are dead.
Got the little bitch. Oh shit, I almost fell. I was about to be the little bitch. Almost died. Oh, there's another one.
Give me some light. Right.
Got
here.
him. I hear something floating, but I can't tell if that's the Fester flea or the other flying, if it's the red flying thing. Need to clear this shit up right here. All my life I had to fight looking ass motherfucker.
Go fetch.
Would you look at that? A hole that I didn't make.
I got the deposit.
Is that a Fester flea? Oh no, it's just those little bugs. It's not my hole. Yeah, definitely isn't. Fuck it, I might as well move on. Where's the other one? All the way over there. Alrighty. Oh fuck, I almost died. Here comes the man from Mars. And wouldn't you know, he ate your car. Thank you, Molly.
Down the hatch.
I should take out the shield generator from this build. I don't think I need it anymore. That way. Nice one, Bosco. Alright. They don't fuck with me, so. Shut the fuck up, you stupid flying thing. Give me the heebie-jeebies over here. Alright, there's the other one.
Boom, boom! Right here, Bosso!
Dreadnought iceberg. Fuck is it at? Is it that thing? No. That can't be it. Damn, Molly tanking hits.
Get into cover!
Right? That's fucking crazy. She does not give a shit.
Shield charged and ready.
Fuck.
Rocket blade!
Oh, fuck!
Bloody disgusting stuff this is!
Nitro's been withdrawn and supply pod is inbound.
Hurry the fuck up!
Resupply arrived! Go restock!
Oh, this is gonna suck. Yeah, what you gonna do about it, bitch?
Getting more
Come
ammo!
on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go.
Ready to kill some more crates.
There we go.
Weapon ready. Lifted sentinel eradicated.
Where's the other one? Got that bitch. I just need one good load. Yeah, I got that bitch.
Good work, team. Hit the return button on the mule when you're ready, and we'll pick you up.
I'm taking some of the ammo. Yeah.
All right, let me go find those last two Fester fleas. Ah, fuck it. It ain't worth the goddamn money anyway.
Ollie.
Damn, I should have brought like 2 or 3 more water bottles up here.
Keep it together. Drop pod is en route. Drop pod has arrived. Retrieving the mule.
Why so much water? The vape makes my throat dry, and I'm also going to be talking a lot, so. That too. The water will join forces to create Hydro Man from Spider-Man.
Go, go, go! Drop pod isn't waiting forever!
Departing in T-minus 4 minutes.
Bro, we're just on our way there. Calm the fuck down.
No more flying around, guys. Walk to the pod page for the first round. Return your bullet!
Fucking Deep Rock Galactic music gets fucking dramatic. Oh, you fucking suck, Molly.
Hip right up.
Sounds like Mad Max music over here.
The mule has docked, initiating launch sequence.
Hit me with your best shot, you bitch. Why?
Meet your magna crate.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 3
Why?
minutes.
Why is that there? Because she climbed the wall? Exactly. Fucking
Locked
bitch.
and loaded.
Fuck you, Molly.
That's one for the books. Retrieving escape pod.
Mission status completed. Give me money, you bitch. That's it? She's a mule. You need to learn to adapt like her. Fuck that. Imagine if I was using some shit like Scout. I think Scout would only be the one that has the hardest time getting up there. Everybody else will be shit out of luck. Oh, I got a new subscriber, Jedi Knight. Thank you, Jedi Knight Obi-Wan. A picture of Obi-Wan. That's awesome. Alright, last.
Excellent performance. One mission to go, and you got yourself a new weapon license.
Alright, let me change up my loadout for this next one. Why do I have so many loadouts? Oh, that's why, because I have one with the cluster grenade, that's why. Oh, everybody has 3 weapons. Right. Scout has his personal grappling hook. No, Gunner has a grappling hook. Oh, no, right. Scout has a fucking actual fucking grappling hook like Batman. I almost forgot about that shit. Incendiary, sticky. What the hell? Then, oh, the shield generator isn't your grenades. Your grenades are your grenades. Okay, I'm a fucking idiot. Unequipped weapons automatically reload after 5 seconds. Dash, active, get out of trouble, slow down, fix 30 seconds. You take off hover boots. There we go, launch from mission, get back into the fight with all your weapons reloaded and a rage fueled strength for a 6-second last stand before going down for good. Oh, fuck that. You get an early warning when a creature is about to grab you. 1 time per mission, you can escape after being grabbed, killing your captor in the process. See you in hell. Right after an enemy hits you with a melee attack, you get a temporary melee damage bonus. 3 times each mission you can trigger large. Yeah, I'd rather have that. Cluster grenade should be fine. Heavy revolver. No, I'll keep it with the that. You collect more each mineral. Max health. Explosion, shockwave, shoot flames, violent damage to enemies around you in the process. Static discharge, breathing room to run while being revived. It's gonna be one of those. The last one is gonna be one of those fucking missions where you gotta trail the giant drill. Oh, no, wait, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna need the rockets for that one. For sure. Yeah, I'm gonna need the rockets for that one. Fuck that, make it dangerous.
Mission locked in. Powering up the drop pod.
I haven't even seen what's in this battle pass now that I think about it. Do I have any script? No, I don't have any script. Cosmetic trees. All team manager. Weapons framework. Last minute repairs. Oh, damn, that's fucking cool. Gold? Everything is gold. That is fucking sick. Can I get a gold fucking rocket launcher? Where's my gold rocket launcher? Ah, there it is. I would have to go all the way over here. Jesus. Ah, that's fine. It's not that bad. It's only fair. Best weapon in the whole game, bitch! Alright, I might as well start here. So, the whole reason I wanted to start streaming Warhammer games, and I'm counting this as a Warhammer game, especially after Leagues of Votann came out, so boom, Deep Rock is a Warhammer game now, honorary Warhammer game. But the whole reason I wanted to start the Warhammer streams is to like explain the lore too while I'm at it. So I might as well start now. I mean, at this point, everybody who's going to show up is going to show up. So, Warhammer, believe it or not, started back in the early 80s, early to late 80s. Basically, Citadel, the company that makes the miniatures and shit, and the paints, they used to, or I don't know if they still do, I don't think they do anymore, but they used to work on miniatures for D&D. But like I said, I don't know if they do anymore. So, more than likely they don't. I don't think they do anymore.
Let's go!
But, what happened was Citadel basically realized, one of the dudes,
This time
like,
we're after an Omeran Heartstone.
basically realized that,
Sending in an autonomous drill dozer to support you. The drill dozer will automatically home in on the Heartstone, so your job will be to escort it and keep it running. Good luck, miners.
let me get this dude to shut the fuck up. Basically, they realized, yo, people really don't need miniatures for D&D.
Drill dozer coming in.
What if we make a game that requires miniatures, but in the same fantasy setting? So they made Warhammer. You dare grab me, you bitch! Or are those thingies? Yeah, they are. Bitch. So like they realize, like, yeah, we make D&D miniatures, but people really don't need D&D miniatures in reality. And even if they do, usually what people would do back in the day would be they would honestly just say, fuck it, let's just There are other companies that sell miniatures, and they don't even cost that much either, so who gives a shit? So, this one guy named Rick Priestley, if I remember correctly, started coming up with Warhammer Fantasy, a game that required, it was just, you know, it was a game that required miniatures. So we got Warhammer Fantasy. Until eventually he said, you know what? What if we do like some future shit? So as time went on, they started coming up with these little conversion kits that would give characters las guns and in Warhammer Fantasy laser weapons and shit. And they just basically said, oh, these are relics from another fucking timeline or galaxy or some bullshit. So as time went on, they basically said, okay, let's make a future one. Like a futuristic setting where we're not dealing with knights and rats and shit. We're dealing with robots and space people and aliens. Let's do that. And so they did. So the first edition of Warhammer 40K was released, but it wasn't exactly how you think. Like, you think of Warhammer now and it's like, okay, well, fucking Space Marines, aliens, whatever. But that wasn't the way it was released at the very first time. The very first time it was released, it was as a D&D sort of campaign. Not D&D, but it was a tabletop role-playing called Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader. And you're capable of being like a Space Marine and shit if you wanted to, but for the most part, you were everything but a Space Marine.
Just take us to time, old lady. I've got all day.
I keep forgetting triangle isn't a change weapon. So, Rogue Trader was released, and it did require miniatures, but not as much as you would think. Because it was a tabletop, so who gives a shit, you know? Eventually, though, that's when Warhammer 40K 2nd Edition came out, and that one did require miniatures. But Space Marines weren't the big deal at the time. Oh, fuck. You piece of shit! I hate you so fucking much. Now I'm gonna have to kick your ass. Fuck, dude, that thing took shit ton of damage. That shit almost fucking killed me, my bad. I have to wait until I heal for a bit. So, 2nd edition came out and more miniatures started coming out. You had the actual rogue traders, Custodes, Imperial Guard, Eldar, but you didn't have legit Space Marines. I think till like you had one model of Space Marine at the time, and that was it. It was either your rogue trader, a Custode, an Imperial Guard, and a Space Marine, and that was it. That was your entire. That was for the longest. That was your army, and you could buy multiple of them, of course. But you can imagine how goofy that shit fucking looked. Like 50 of the same fucking Space Marine, and you know, you get where I'm coming with that. But, then a 3rd, 4th, 5th, and all that shit came out. More lore came out and things like that. But, as far as it went, it just started as 40K. There was no 30K or anything of that resemblance yet. So, that's basically how it started. It just started out because people were playing D&D and said, you know what? people who play D&D don't even need miniatures. What if we make a game that required miniatures, and the rest was history? Now, as for the lore went into a different direction. The lore, where everything in 40k begins, is not where it began back in the 80s. Back in the 80s, it started out as 40k, and that was it. Here goes your Space Marines, here goes some Eldar, which are basically space elves, and there you go, that's what you got. There's no lore, there's just... that's it. Just humans, superhumans, aliens, space elves. You're welcome. Thanks, Bosco, you piece of shit. So, where the lore of 40k begins, starts way... I will fucking murder you and everything that you love. Get out of my planet! Okay. But yeah, where 40k, the official 40k shit starts, it starts way before humanity even became a thing. It basically started as... hold on. Just microphone level. How is my microphone level? Oh, it's actually pretty good. Okay, I just gotta lower the fucking volume because it's loud as fuck in my ears. That's better. I hope it's not low for everybody, too low for everybody else. So, once again, everything in 40k starts way before humanity, before space elves, before orcs, before anything. It started with a race called the Necrontyr. This fucking thing is going in a very odd direction, and I do not like it. The Necrontyr were basically... they were scientifically advanced, but at the same time they were sort of not barbaric, but they weren't super futuristic. Fuck. But they weren't they weren't super futuristic. Like they had space travel and shit like that, but that wasn't their main focus of their race. Their main focus of their race were just existing, basically. So, who the fuck is touching my shit? I will kill you and everything that you love. Who the fuck is shooting shit? You fat fuck!
We'll have the drill dozer operational again in no time.
Bitch! What the hell? I can't repair it anymore? Wait, what the hell? Oh, okay. I was about to say. So the Necrontyr were scientifically advanced, but they weren't like super focused on spacefaring or anything like that. They could do it. It's just that wasn't their main focus. They were still just like any other race at the time. They were, you know, fighting amongst themselves, divided as a people, just like any other race was at the time. Or just like any other race for that matter. You know, humans ain't gonna be 100% together, just like everybody else. So, another thing the Necrontyr were also dealing with, though, was the fact that their sun was basically a super sun. Like, it would cause basically super cancer. I really don't know how else to put it. Their life expectancy because of their son was, I think it was like about 40 years. So they would only live up to be just 40 years. And because they were spacefaring but not super focused on it, they couldn't just, well, let me go to another planet. No, they couldn't really fucking do that because they were still in the same system, so the sun was still gonna affect them. So, at the time, the Necrontyr, well, forever and always, the Necrontyr were led by this thing called, I think, the Triumvirate or the Triarch, and the Silent King. And it was basically three dudes who would basically say what the Silent King wanted. Because the Silent King was known as the Silent King because he wouldn't say shit. He really didn't need to when just his homies could say it anyways. So, eventually, these people, these frog people known as the Old Ones, came along. And the Old Ones basically, the sun didn't affect them. They came into their universe like out of fucking nowhere, into their solar system or whatever, and the sun just didn't affect them the way it affected the Necrons.
Under attack. Get it fixed up before we lose it.
I'm aware. Mission control, shut the fuck up.
Whoever's got the last canister, get a move on!
I love these dwarves. So, the Old Ones came along, and there's these, like I said, they're frogmen. I really don't know how else to fucking put it. If you need a way to imagine them, just think of MODOK from, like, Marvel, but if he was a frog instead of a big old head man. I need to heal before I die. Again. So the Necrons saw that, yo, you guys, the sun doesn't affect you? And they're like, no. And they're like, how? And they basically told them, we're immortal. We can live fucking forever. There's not that many things that can really hurt us. I mean, we could still die from unnatural causes, but besides that, we're pretty much immortal. So the Necron basically asked them, like, can you show us how to be immortal? And the Old Ones, being the smart motherfuckers that they were, basically said, no, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, show you, bitch. This is our immortality. Fuck you mean?
The drill dozer is fueled and ready to go.
So, that pissed off the Necrontyr to no avail. Basically, the Old Ones just didn't want to let the Necrontyr into their insurance policy, which fucking, you know, can you blame them? So the Necrontyr took that as an act of war, like, bitch, you're not gonna show us your immortality? Fine! Fight's on! But they also did that, they did that for two reasons. One was the indiscretion of, well, you have to show us immortality, or else we're gonna start shit. But the other part of it was also the Necrontyr, once again, like I said before, they were a divided people. So once the Old Ones came to be, it was like, oh, we have something to unite against as a race, as a people, as a force. We have to kill the Old Ones for just disrespecting us. They can't just let them get away with this shit. With such a lack of respect, we can't just let them slide.
Incoming.
So that started the whole war between the Necrontyr and the Old Ones. While this is happening, though, there's another dimension basically called the Warp. When the warp is basically where all the demons and shit came in.
We expect heavy pressure when the drilling commences.
Fucking. I'm gonna fucking die, and it's gonna be because of all these fucking piece of shit bugs. Fuck, dude, even the fucking toxic smoke affects this shit. So, the war in heaven started because of, you know, a life insurance policy shit. The big deal, the big deal happening besides the whole war in heaven, though, was the warp. And the warp is basically another dimension where demons and shit come into play. I'm not gonna make it into like this. But at the time, demons and shit weren't coming through the warp yet. I mean, it was there. It was all there. The demons and all that crap was there. But it wasn't as prevalent. A good way to imagine it is just think of it as an ocean of energy that you could travel through. That's the best way to put it. And as the war went on, the warp just slowly started becoming a more prevalent threat. There were other creatures that lived in the warp and, you know, all this other bullshit. It just became a dangerous dimension. Now, not many people could fucking go through it. The only ones at the time who could go through the warp were the old ones. They had complete control over it. Not super duper complete control over it, because if they did, I mean, we might not have had some of the things we did. Some of the problems that we have now in Warhammer with demons and shit, but, you know, whatever. Thank God! Give me another one. Yeah. So, get the health crystal. Yeah, I got it.
We need to repair Doretta.
So as the war was going on, the warp just started becoming more and more of a dangerous fucking place. Once again, if you think of it like an ocean can be calm or it can be very dangerous. So with everything going on, the war between the old ones and the Frontier, it just started getting worse and worse. Until eventually 4 major players in the warp came into play. They didn't really make themselves known. They just slowly started growing in power. These 4 were Nurgle, Khorne, Slaanesh, and Tzeentch. There were other things living in the warp, of course, not just those, but for the most part, those are the most important ones. Yeah, I do. I'm just trying to explain stuff. But I'm guessing these pieces of shit ain't gonna fucking let me. Bosco, do your fucking job and kill whatever the hell is webbing me. Alright, I think it's gone. So, once again, these 4 forces, they were growing in power, but they weren't becoming known yet. I wish you would shut the hell up, Mission Control. Yep. So, the Necrons and the old ones kept fighting, but because the old ones had such powerful control over the warp and its energies, it was very easy for the old ones to fight the Necrontyr. Because the Necrontyr really couldn't fight that shit. Like I said, they were technologically advanced, so a lot of their weapons were plasma weapons, but how do you fight that? You know what I mean? The equivalent of this would be like if Predator from Alien vs. Predator fought Jean Grey or something.
Through the crust of the Omeran.
Damn it. Oh, are you fucking serious? I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose. I should not have put this at Danger 3. Bosco, you fucking suck at your job. Oh wow, it's blocked. Yeah, I'm gonna end up losing this because I didn't pick up any of the other stuff to replenish my ammo.
Swarm detected. Keep the drill dozer operational at all costs. We're 50% through, team. Drill dozer is still holding together.
Yeah, somehow.
Combat positions. The swarm
Yeah.
here. Permanent damage done to the drill dozer. Keep those things off it. That's an order.
We are losing the drill dozer.
I am aware.
Shield up.
Yeah.
Protect the dozer.
I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, that's game.
75%. Almost there.
That's game. Fucking thing. So, where was I? Once again, the Necrontyr were fighting the old ones. Turns out the old ones were tougher than they looked, even though they're flying frog Modocs from Marvel. So, you know, the Necrontyr couldn't fight them. The war got so bad that the Necrontyr were basically pushed, like, you know, it's a whole solar system. But the Necrontyr were basically pushed all the way back to their home planet. They had nowhere else to go because the old ones basically said, now you better sit there and you better think about what the fuck you did, you son of a bitch. So, eventually the Necrontyr had to fucking look around for things that could help. What they ended up finding near their sun was the Satan. Now, Satan were basically these beings of energy that were also. It turns out they also had a grudge against the old ones for fucking with their shit. So the Necrontyr basically decided, look, we're fighting the old ones. Can you help us? And the Satan were like, yeah, sure. Why the fuck not? I don't give a shit. So the first thing the Necrontyr did was they created liquid metal bodies. Think of T-1000 from Terminator 2. Like liquid metal could make swords and shit. Could go through walls. You know, the whole kit kat and caboodle. But the Satan were also really fucking powerful. Like, these dudes could make black holes appear in the fucking restroom toilet and just cause an implosion, you know? They were beyond the concept of strength in our eyes. So with the Satan joining forces with the Necrontyr to fight the old ones, it was basically, it wasn't even a battle anymore for that team up. The old ones were pushed way back as well. So the old ones basically decided, yo, we need backup. There's no fucking way we're about to just win this shit. So they created a whole mess of races, psychically sensitive races that could help them. There's a lot of them. There's the Jakaro, which are literally fucking Rise of the Planet of the Apes type of motherfuckers, but they're not that important. The important ones here are the Quarks, which are the ancestors of the Orcs. The Humans, which are humans, I don't know how else to put it. And the Eldar, which are literally space elves. The Orcs, they realized, holy shit, these dudes are strong and they're psychically powerful, but they're retarded. So they can't help us. The Humans, they decided, these guys are cool, they're smart, but they're not psychically powerful. Like, they can't help us. And then come the Eldar, which again, these are literally space elves. The old one said, perfect, we got our backup, let's do it. So it turned into a fucking tag team match, WWE for the World Heavyweight Tag Team Championship type shit. It was the Satan and the Necrontyr versus the old ones and the Eldar. And so the old ones and the Eldar started winning again. Until the Satan basically came up to the Triarch and the Silent King and basically told them, look, why are y'all fighting this war? And the Silent King told them, because we want immortality. We want our people to survive. We're tired of the sun killing us on the daily. So one Satan by the name of the Deceiver, and he literally has his own miniature. Most of the Satans have their own little miniature. His is gold. It's a crazy thing to look at. And he looks like an asshole too. Like if you type in the Deceiver Warhammer 40k and you see his miniature, you're like, yeah, that dude looks like a total fucking asshole. So the Deceiver basically told them, look, we can give you immortality. In fact, if we give you immortality, it might make this war even easier to fucking win. So, just let us give it to you. And the Silent King thought about it for a second, because they were like, y'all fighting a war with us? And y'all gonna give us immortality? I don't know. One out of the three guys that would talk to the Silent King on the regular basically disagreed with it, but the other two were all for it. They were like, I mean, we're fighting this war, fuck it, we might as well finish off those fucking old ones while we're at it, fuck them. And so they did. And the Deceiver created this literal giant furnace. I don't know how else to describe it. It is literally a giant furnace. And the Necrontyr literally just threw their people in there. And it wasn't just like a case of they go in, they walk out immortal. It was either by force, because they wanted to fight, or because they had no other choice. You had people on hospital beds covered in tumors and shit because of what the sun would do to them, and literally be thrown into the furnace. So it was just there was literally no other choice. You're either going to become immortal, or we will make you immortal. There's no choice here. because if you don't, you will die. So why even stop us? It was so bad to the point that the Silent King, shortly after hearing this and agreeing to it, he basically told them to stop all food production. We're not going to need that shit soon enough. Turns out, though, the reason why this douchebag is called the Deceiver is because it was a deception. The Necrontyr came out as robots, as basically T-800s from Terminator 2. Like, where the Satan were T-1000s, liquid metal, the Necrontyr turned into T-800s, like Arnold Schwarzenegger without skin on. You know what I mean? And in retrospect, that sounds like, okay, that's pretty fucking badass. That's cool. What's wrong with it? The problem was, they were mindless. They weren't people anymore. They were just robotic warriors and shit. To the point that nobody kept their consciousness, you know? Like, it wasn't, hey mom, hey dad, it was just emptiness. The only ones who were able to keep their consciousness were the high-ranking officials, the Triarch, the Silent King, generals here and there. They were able to keep their consciousness. They're able to see what the situation is and say, Jesus Christ, we fucked up big time. But that was it. Their people were turned into T-800s. And the Silent King, after realizing that shit, was like, what the fuck did I just do? Turns out, though, the place... Now, in Warhammer, if you have some type of psychic essence, your soul would go straight to the warp to be a part of it. Because the Necrons didn't really have any psychic attunement, at least not until now. There are psychic Necrons now, surprisingly. Their souls just went straight to the Satan. It turns out the Satan would eat souls. They wouldn't venture into the warp because I don't think they can. But if there was a soul nearby, they would just devour it. So all of those Necron souls of every living person, even the Silent King, no one had a soul as a Necron. They were just devoured. But note, even though I say they don't have souls, that doesn't mean they don't have consciousness. Like, the Silent King has been heard saying that he's awake. He understands what's going on. He can think, but he has this sense of emptiness, like a void. You know? So, the Silent King, after everybody was turned, he played stupid. He made the Satan think, okay, they're Necrons now, they don't have to think, they don't have to do anything but listen to us, and the Silent King just played stupid, agreeing with it. He played the part of a robot. So it turned, once again, it came back to the war. It was between the new Necrons, who used to be Necrontyr, and the Satan, versus the Eldar and the Old Ones. And it was a little even, by a little bit. The Necrons turned out to be a bigger problem than the Old Ones and the Eldar thought they were going to be. So it was a little even, a little bit. But what finally did the Old Ones in, though, were the Enslavers. And the Enslavers are these creatures from the warp that, how else do I explain it? They enslave people. Welcome to 40K. The fucking name is obvious. As for look, they just think of giant floating jellyfish with, what's those octopus creatures from D&D? I forgot the name. Think of jellyfish with mind flayer tendencies. And you have the Enslavers. And the Enslavers, they love that psychic shit. They will eat that psychic shit up like, nom 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 nom. Starlight up in this bitch. So it turned into a three-way war. It was the Satan and the Necrons. I keep forgetting Necrons here. Necrons. It was the Satan and the Necrons versus the Old Ones and the Eldar versus the Enslavers. So basically, the Old Ones and the Eldar had to basically fight a two-way. That's technically a three-way war. Three-way war? Whatever. It was a triple threat with. Yeah, whatever. Y'all get the idea. For the World Heavyweight Championship. The Old Ones basically got fucked. They were killed or they were exiled from the universe. The Old Ones just don't exist anymore. You can't find miniatures of theirs because they're no longer part of the story. So the war was basically over. Once the war was over, though, the Satan thought they were going to have that shit easy. They thought, yep, we won. Lick my butthole. Game's over. We rule this bitch. Eldar are next. They got a problem with it. They could come and say it to my face. Silent King saw his opportunity and said, now we can fuck them up. Necrons turned on the Satan, and like I said, the Satan are really powerful. Like I said, they could fucking boom, black hole, fuck you. But the Necrons created their body. You could, in any story, you can destroy what you create. Frankenstein type shit. So the Necrons turned on the Satan. And the last one to die was the Deceiver. And as the Necron were killing him, the Deceiver put a curse on them. A sort of virus on their robot bodies that basically made them crave flesh. Now, don't think that now all of the Necrons are more zombies than they were already. This is a slow process. Not all the Necrons became weird flesh people. No. It's just, it's like the Madame Zeroni curse from Holes. Like, you will carry Madame Zeroni or you will be cursed for all eternity. It was more like, it was like that. It was like, you and your 4 sons will be damned with the flesh curse. And, they died. Now, the reason why the Satan have miniatures and the Old Ones don't have miniatures, though, when the Necrons fucked them up sideways, the Satan blew up into shards and just spread across the universe. The Necrons have a few of these shards, and these shards, although they are not as powerful as they were, like they can't fucking just boom, black hole, yay, oh, black hole. No, they can't do that anymore, but that doesn't change the fact that they're immensely fucking powerful. Like, they are just strong creatures. That's why they have miniatures. There's the Satan Shard of the Deceiver. Once again, looks like an asshole. The Satan Shard of the Night Weaver. He looks like a Grim Reaper type of dude. The Satan Shard of the Void Dragon, which has to be the coolest one. I definitely recommend looking into that one. It's like this godly being. It doesn't have a head. It's just a shard. It's so fucking cool. And oh, there's 2 others, actually. The Silent King miniature has one, and it's right on top. It's like a screaming torso with a head. It looks like David Martinez from Cyberpunk Edgerunners. When he was just a torso, and the motherfucker became a dreadnought. And I think there's a miniature called the Blackstone Vault. I think that's another one. That one is supposed to have a Satan shard in it as well. So there's technically 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 or 6 Satan shards out there. After they fucked up the Satan, though, the Silent King said, alright, we've conquered all of these planets throughout the war. We're just gonna... I can't do this to my people. I have to find a way to turn them back. But I can't do that right now. So what he did was he created vault planets, which were just literal planets that were hollowed out, turned into vaults, and he would put as many Necrons as he could into each one, and the only ones that were awake were the ones watching over it. Basically, literal automatons that weren't, I can't say human beings, but things that weren't Necron tier would watch over the Necrons. So, spiders, scarabs, things that were artificially created for the Necrons to be used by the Necrons that were Necrons would watch over the Necron Vault planets. So, and it's happened before where different races and factions have landed on these Vault planets, sought out what the fuck was in there, and oh shit, all Necrons, Captain Crunch, all Necrons, that type of shit, and they would wake up. So the Silent King put all of them to sleep in these Vault planets. He said peace out, and said I'll come back whenever I find a cure to this, and hopefully we find a cure to this. Meanwhile, the Eldar were fighting their war with the enslavers. The Eldar ended up winning that shit, and everything was cool for the Eldar for a bit. Should I go over this? Yeah, I might as well should. The Eldar had a good few centuries of peace. Just, we're not fighting anyone. We don't have enemies. Worst thing we have to worry about is the warp, and we're psychically attuned, so who gives a shit? We could deal with that in our sleep. So the Eldar really didn't have much to worry about, if any at all. I do not have that many things for my fucking pick. I should have more things for my pick, really.
Spot on.
Arc Wielder's Delight. Ooh. So the Eldar didn't have any enemies anymore. The enslavers were gone. There's barely any left in the universe now. The old ones are gone. The Eldar are just using whatever they taught them while they were around. The Necrons are basically comatose and asleep. The Satan are gone. The Eldar had it good for the longest. But just like anybody else who has everything that they want in the world, they want more. Stories of rich people turning into murderers and shit like that. And, they basically went all American Psycho on everybody. What ended up happening was, as the Eldar race grew bigger and bigger and bigger, until eventually they ruled the universe. The only planets they didn't conquer were the Quark planet and the human planet. They grew into having violent tendencies. They would kill each other, rape each other, violate each other, steal from each other, everything just to feel good. It was like some Hellraiser type shit. Like, the demons in Hellraiser, they're demons because they're bored with the pleasures of the flesh, so they find new pleasures of the flesh. Like, they hook somebody with meat hooks, and they're like, oh yeah, that totally turns me on, yeah. That type of shit. That's what the Eldar were doing. The Eldar were basically Pinhead from Hellraiser. It's weird shit. So, with that, with the Eldar being total fucking weirdos, I don't have any overclocks? I should get some. It reached a point that some Eldar just left. Like, they were like, you know what? We don't want any part of this bullshit that y'all are doing. Fuck this. We're gone. We're out of here. This ain't working. So those Eldar found their own planets. Some created planets called, was it Forge Worlds? No, it was Craft Worlds. Where they would just live on. And obviously life was difficult for them because, you know, now we have to actually get our asses up and work with our hands and shit. But you didn't have to risk getting murdered in your sleep or getting gangbanged by your neighbors. Eventually, though, for the Eldar, it reached a pinnacle where they were doing so much of this shit. So much of the Hellraiser shit that their planet reached a pinnacle and it just exploded out of fucking nowhere. Like, y'all remember that scene in A New Hope where Darth Vader blows up Alderaan with the Death Star? It was like that, but there was no warning, there was no lead up, there was no, oh my god, we need to stop now before we end up like Krypton. No, none of that bullshit. It was just, oh yeah, that feels go. And the Eldar unknowingly created a Chaos God. Unknowingly, with their Hellraiser bullshit, created a Chaos God. Which is fucking hilarious to me, because it's like, you fucking morons, look at you. Look at what you've done. No, I need the rocket launcher for this one. If I want to keep doing this mission, I need the rocket launcher. I just can't put it at challenge 3. But yeah, the Eldar, basically with all their bullshit, created a Chaos God. They created Slaanesh. Like I said before, the Warp was slowly growing. The 4 major players of the Warp was slowly growing. Slaanesh was one of them. But Slaanesh has always been there, but at the same time wasn't there. So it's like a weird I am everywhere, but I am nowhere at the same time type of stuff. You know? It was weird. But whatever, it is what it is. So the Eldar gave birth to Slaanesh unknowingly. It gets crazier once you think about it. The Eldar obviously had their own religion. They had their own gods. But because of all the crazy Hellraiser shit they were doing, they gave birth to Slaanesh. And Slaanesh killed their gods. So imagine that shit. You're an Eldar god and you're like, no, please don't do this. This is not the way of the Eldar. And then just, what's up, baby? And then she just killed him and ate him. It's crazy shit. Because the Eldar were the leading cause of Slaanesh becoming a thing, every time an Eldar dies, its soul goes to Slaanesh so she could eat it like a fucking potato chip. It is the Eldar to Slaanesh right now are literal giant bags of potato chips that are endless, and she'll just, oh damn, is that a new bag of potato chips? Hell yeah, give me that shit. And just endless. And you're probably thinking like, okay, well, that's probably just one planet. No, anything within, I think, 100 or 1,000 light years, if it's an Eldar, it died if it wasn't on the planet. So now if you look into like Eldar history, it'll say that actual Eldar, like 100% Eldar, there aren't that many of them in the world. And I mean, yeah, you could fucking, there's nothing stopping you from making, 2,000 point Eldar and fucking, okay, these are the Eldar. No, there's a rule saying you can't have that many Eldar because it doesn't fit the lore. No, that shit doesn't exist. That's not a fucking thing. It's just in the lore, Eldar are endangered for good reason. The Eldar have found a way out of that shit. They found out that if you die with a soul stone, I don't know what else to call it. It's a soul stone. Live with it. If an Eldar dies with a soul stone, fucking Infinity War over here. Then their soul goes into the stone for later use. And there's a bunch of different ways that it could go about it. For the sake of it, let's just say the Soul Stone, you could use it to power up a robot. There you go. Bada beep, bada boop. Now, the Eldar, once again, they had control over the warp. There were some Eldar that found a way to avoid that shit. One thing I forgot to mention was that the old ones taught the Eldar about warp ways. What warp ways are how do I put it? You ever seen those movies where, like, they have, like, underwater tunnels that separates, you know, the trail from the rest of the ocean? You know? And you can see all the fish and shit like that. That's a warp way. The Eldar found a dimension that exists inside the warp way, where they could do all their sick Hellraiser type shit without anyone fucking noticing. The problem was, though, Slaanesh is a smart ass bitch, and she was like, "You can't escape. Hot single MILFs in your area. Dial 1-800 single MILF." You know, Slaanesh was a smart fucking bitch. So she slowly infected the warp way. The warp way doesn't mean... Oh, it was the web way. My bad. I forgot. Whatever. For the sake of the story, warp way. Kill me. She was able to infect it, to influence it, to slowly sink her teeth into it and infect the Eldar that she couldn't kill and eat at the time. So the Hellraiser Eldar motherfuckers grew worse into actual fucking Hellraiser motherfuckers. Like, literally. There's almost no distinction between the demons of Hellraiser and the Eldar that lived in that warp way, until the point now that those Eldar are no longer called Eldar. You could either call them Dark Eldar, which, dark elves, whatever, the Drow. Oh, you know what? Perfect example. So in D&D and in Warhammer Fantasy, I don't know if Warhammer Fantasy has this. In D&D, there are elves and there are dark elves. There are elves and there are Drow. In Warhammer, it is elves and dark elves. There are elves and there are the Drukhari. So they changed the name of their whole race because of just how sick motherfuckers they were. For an example, besides the Hellraiser type shit that they were already doing, they have spells. I'm not sure if they're in the fucking rule books. They might be. You might want to look into this yourselves. But they have spells to keep you alive and turn you into furniture. Literally, they will turn you into furniture. Like, damn, that's a big-ass fucking space marine. Can't wait to turn him into an ottoman. And it's not like they will, activate spell, and you turn into a wooden ottoman. No, you will turn into they will break your bones. The spell will cause all your bones to break and reshape you and reform you into a conscious, screaming, watching, hearing ottoman. It is some sick-ass shit. And what these fucking assholes would do to avoid Slaanesh is they will literally partake in slavery. Fucking Drukhari, the Drukhari, the dark space elves, literally carry slaves with them to avoid that shit. So, like, if their slaves die, then, oh, guess what, Slaanesh? Got a soul for you, bitch! Yes, queen! You know, that type of shit. They also have this thing where they sort of took a number from their Eldar brethren, but instead of making soul stones, they make homunculi, like Full Metal Alchemist type homunculi. So when a Drukhari dies, they immediately grab its soul, put it in an artificial body, and what's up, Jeff? What's up, Jonathan? I'm back, bitch. You know, that type of shit. It's fucking insane. It's crazy. But as far as that goes, that's basically the war in heaven, and that's where Warhammer starts. The orcs were obviously doing a thing, but the orcs are basically, they're cool motherfuckers, but they like I said, at first they were the quarks, but because they were pretty fucking stupid, not as stupid as they are now, they sort of shot themselves in the foot, but they're really cool now at the same time. It's weird. They believed in the strongest, only the strong survive, so, you know how that goes. Only the strong survive, literally only the strong survive. Not the smart, not the fast, only the strong survive. And that's how the quark became the orcs and shit. Get a beer. Glyphid Slammer. Powerful energy drink. Oily oak. Give me that shit.
Round of oily oats, please.
Can I sit? Close enough. So eventually the quarks, they believe only the strong survive, and they ended up becoming the orcs slowly but surely. They just grew stupider and stupider, but they became stronger and stronger. What makes the orcs so special, though, here is that they are literally fungus creatures. What the? It's not drinking! Give me another one. I didn't drink that one. No, give me another one. I didn't drink it. Oh, for sure, yeah. I want that.
Bartender, I need a round of oily oats. By filling our bellies.
But, yeah, the quarks slowly became the orcs and all that crap. Humanity was slowly growing too, but it was growing as fast as we're growing now. Like, we can say they're psychically adept people, but they're not really psychically adept, but whatever. Yeah, I made it into the hole. There were some psychics, but they weren't that many to be a big deal. That's why the old ones didn't even pick them. Now, this war between the old ones and the Necrons lasted for centuries. This was almost a 10,000 year long war. At least, I could be wrong. It might be 5,000. But it was a long war. It was longer than any you could fucking imagine, but whatever. I feel like I'm forgetting something. No, that's pretty much it for where I wanted to end it off. Alright, I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna try to finish this quest, and then I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream. Elite threat completing this mission. Let me put it at challenging.
Orbital
yeah.
insertion sequence initiated. Port the drop pod.
But like I was saying before, although this is where officially the 40k lore starts, it's not where it started. Like, this is lore that we just now know of. Like, the only reason I'm able to look into this is because 8th edition, we got this information at 8th edition. Like, back in the day, the Necrons, like, I think the Necrons came in at 3rd edition, maybe? And they were literally just made because Terminator was fucking cool at the time. Like, if you go back and, type into Google Necrons through the years, they look a lot more different than the way they look now. Like, they look crazy fucking different back then compared to now. But it's weird. But it's like, you know, you can build upon this world because it's your world, you know, do whatever. Maybe the Castlevania guys could learn that shit. The Satan are cool, though. If I really wanted to commit to my Necron army, because I got a Ultramarine army and a Necron army. What the fuck? Yeah, do something about it, bitch. Yeah, look at you. Look at you. Looking all stupid.
This time we're after an Omeran Heartstone. In order to extract it, we're sending in an autonomous drill dozer to support you. The drill dozer will automatically home in on the Heartstone, so your job will be to escort it and keep it running. Good luck, miners.
Extract Hollow Knight. Oh, let me grab that shit.
Drill dozer approaching landing zone.
Make sure I clear up this place of materials before I move further. Next week, I'm probably gonna... You know what? Maybe I'll stream again this week. Maybe not Thursday, but maybe Friday. I might stream an actual Warhammer game. I just don't know what to stream. Because I have both Vermintides, and that's basically Left 4 Dead if you think about it. Can I just... Okay, technically I can. But I have both Vermintides, I have Blood Bowl, I have this, I have Inquisition, or Inquisitor, sorry. Maybe Blood Bowl, I might just stream Blood Bowl. I keep saying I'm gonna try to finish Blood Bowl, but I never do, so. I really wanted to play Mechanicus, but I didn't have, I wasn't able to buy it on time for the stream, so maybe next week or something. Yeah, more than likely next week I'll stream Mechanicus, because I have it for my Switch, but it's not terrible on Switch. It just doesn't run as good as I know it probably can on the PS4. But Mechanicus is fun. Like, for sure, Mechanicus is real fun. It's like XCOM without a lot of the cover systems. I don't even know what to talk about next stream. Maybe I might do Humanity. Yeah, I think if I do Humanity, I'll probably do either Battle Sector or Blood Bowl. I'm not sure yet.
Drill dozer moving. Everything looks fine, but expect that to change soon.
Beretta leads the way. Stay alert and guard her like she's your mother.
We got a big horde of enemies approaching the drill dozer. Defend it or die trying.
I died trying last time, you asshole. Yeah. Get up.
Cluster grenade! Let's move! Cluster grenade!
The drill dozer has stopped. Fuel canisters are all dry as a bone. Refill them, and we will have this show on the road again soon.
Damn it! Fix! Can't carry anymore. Oh, the big one! We need to fix Doretta! This canister is full. Get it plugged back in. Ha! The soldier goes through oil shale like a run through a chicken coop.
I'm gonna need to remember to get that.
Protect
Right.
the drill dozer. It's being attacked by wildlife.
Save! Pinky.
Is that it? Is that all the... Wow. Wow.
Guys, get to work. There's spots all over the dozer.
God damn, how many of these are gonna spawn?
Incoming! Die in double Die! Hope the bandage stays on.
Well, believe it or not, there still is Warhammer RPG stuff going around, like a tabletop RPG, and I like tabletop RPGs. Like, I'm still trying to get into Cyberpunk and everything, but I don't know. I feel like Warhammer is probably one of those things that it's like, nah, I don't think I'll like that for a tabletop. Because, like, potentially it could be fun, but I feel like, you know, gun to my head, Kevin, we're about to play Warhammer tabletop or whatever. I'm like, okay, but I gotta ban anybody from being a fucking Space Marine. I feel like that shit would get boring quick, dude. Like, I feel like if potentially everybody could be a Space Marine, but that's the thing I fear when it comes to a tabletop like that. Like, alright, what do you want to be? A Space Marine? What Legion? Ultramarines. Okay. Alright, what are you gonna be? Space Marine! Okay, what Legion? White Scars! Alright. What do you want to be? Space Marine! Oh my fucking god, what Legion? Iron Hands! Y'all just gonna be bitching at each other and talking about the Emperor. No, fuck off. Ain't gonna happen.
I've got a sip already here. Weapon ready.
Like, on paper, fucking Warhammer Tabletop sounds fun, but at the same time, I feel like you gotta get no Space Marines. You can't. No. I'm not about to have a party full of Space Marines and everybody just talking about how they're doing things for the Emperor. Fuck off. I'm either doing Rogue Trader or not. Or I ain't playing. But who knows? Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe there's somebody out there who found a way to fucking make Warhammer Tabletop fucking fun or something. I don't know. Without having to go all for the Emperor 24/7.
Wait, we're forgetting the dozer. Fuel canisters waste. Just need one more.
Well done. All canisters are loaded. The drill dozer is ready to move out. Let's get this mission rolling. Drill dozer operational and homing in on the Hearthstone. Swarm
Damn it.
intercept course.
Trying to throw a little flare into the hole.
Dozer.
Let it rain. That's
I'm gonna go all my grenades.
little thoughty.
The hell? Ow! Bitch! There we go. Oh wow, it's literally right here. Okay. Need to make sure it's not what I think it is. No, I don't think it is. It looks like it, but it ain't.
Bosco, activate defend mode.
Should be enough.
Where is it?
The drill dozer is ready to start the extraction of the Umaran Heartstone. Awaiting your call, team.
Donkey time!
Secondary objective completed. Make it home to collect your bonus.
We're on a resupply.
Roger that. Supplies are coming.
I think next stream I will play Battle Sector. I'm gonna be talking about humanity next stream.
I'm taking some of the ammo. Ready to kill some more crates.
And I know I can't talk about humanity without talking about the Space Marines, so.
Drill dozer has begun cracking the Umaran shell. If you lose the dozer, you lose the mission, so guard it well against any hostiles.
Yeah, whatever.
Keep the drill dozer operational at all costs. The swarm is upon you.
Yeah. Because I like Battle Sector, it's just... there really is a lot to learn when it comes to Battle Sector. You know what, I might just even buy Necrons for Battle Sector, because I know you could buy... the Necrons are DLC. So I might as well go through that too. Ow! Fuck, I keep forgetting I have to get behind
The crust has been breached.
the drill.
Defending the drill dozer.
And I forgot about the giant floating rocks too.
Keep them away from the drill dozer, Bosco!
Oh, well, I've been also meaning to try the multiplayer for Battle Sector as well. Let me get behind this thing.
Incoming swarm.
That doesn't help? What the
The drill
fuck?
dozer is at the halfway point. Keep it running. Contact. Lock and load.
So what, now I have to actually get far away from Loretta to actually fucking not get damage dealt? Ain't that about a bitch.
Contact. Swarm approaching the drill dozer. Hunker down and load up. Incoming! Smoke him if you got him.
Help me protect the dozer!
Oh, okay.
The drill dozer served its purpose. The Heartstone is ours. Deposit it and wrap up the mission.
Ollie, over here! Heartstone secured.
Nicely done. Armor and Heartstone secured. Call the drop pod when you're ready. Good work. Sending in the drop pod. Drop pod has arrived. Retrieving the mule. Drop pod departing in T-minus 5 minutes.
Fuck. Are you fucking serious?
Drop pod departing in T-minus 4 minutes.
Sucks that I can't run.
The mule is secured. Initiating launch sequence. Deep Rock Galactic thanks you for your good work. Drop pod will leave with or without you.
Zipline ready. So long, suckers! I was born ready.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 3 minutes.
Oh, there we go.
You're coming with us, hurry!
Retrieving escape pod.
There we go. Ugh. Now let's see who that new gun is for. If it even is a new fucking gun. I don't even think it is. Probably for somebody I don't even fucking use. It's probably for Scout or something. No accessories.
Well done. Your weapon license has been upgraded for the Arms Core coil gun. Do be careful where you point to that thing. The outer hull isn't in need of more leaks.
It might be for Scout, because I think I was leveling up Scout before. Let me see what this is for.
Yeah, I got a grappling hook. What are you gonna do about it?
No, it's not for Scout. Nope. Maybe for Driller?
Rock for breakfast.
Huh. It's not for Driller. Was I trying to level up Engineer?
Automated turret light.
What the hell? Who's that for then? That's weird.
Just show me what I shoot.
Oh, it was for Gunner. This one. The one I was doing the assignments for. Yeah, it was for Gunner. Fires tungsten spheres with enough force to punch clean through solid rock and turn the air around its trajectory burning hot. The only limit to this pocket-sized war crime is the battery pack, which is sizable. I'm gonna buy it. Yeah, mineral trade. Oh, whoa.
Wish I was paid more for that.
But alright, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. I think for sure next time I'll stream, it'll be Battle Sectors. It'll either be Battle Sector or Blood Bowl, but I'm not. I don't know. I don't know what I'm feeling between those two, because they're both good. It might be Battle Sector, or it might be Blood Bowl. I don't know. I'm iffy. It just depends on what I feel at the time, I guess. But alright, thanks for coming to the stream. Glad I put this on YouTube. That way anybody can watch it whenever they feel like it. And I will see y'all later.